So Tyreek Hill just got traded.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I I mean, like, what is there to say? I mean, it's right here. Like, he went
But
on
they
Twitter a week ago and
who he
said,
got traded
"This
to.
is." Oh, yeah. Sorry, he got traded to the Miami Dolphins.
Which
But this is his
boo.
tweet. I guess he tweeted this a week ago, word for word. We came a long way. Thank you, Chiefs Kingdom. I'm forever indebted.
Yeah,
And
that sounds more nostalgic.
I guess no one picked that up.
Huh.
I
Guess not.
well, I mean,
I
there were
don't remember seeing
rumors.
that.
There were
See,
rumors that he was going to leave in free agency, but it wasn't like anything substantial because the Chiefs came out and said, "Oh, we're gonna get a
Deal done.
contract done with him."
yeah, yeah.
And then it
And
just
I
It
have a
just
feeling that it just,
dissolved
yeah,
today.
I have a
yeah.
feeling that they just weren't willing to pay him enough.
Which is
That's
crazy,
my
but
guess.
Uh,
because of the salary cap boom, but I wonder if Mahomes' contract gets in the way there. But even on
Probably.
yeah,
top of
the
that,
$500 million man.
yeah, I honestly don't know because you would think the money's there to pull it off.
I don't know.
I don't know
I
what
guess not.
deteriorated so fast because I mean we you want to talk about let's not even talk about the trade details. Let's talk about the extension. The extension is a 4 year, $120 million extension,
72
72
guaranteed.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
Which I have to admit, I thought it was going to be more than Devontae Adams, and
Yeah, that's actually pretty mild.
yeah, that's it. Doesn't
That
make
feels affordable for
yeah.
the Chiefs.
So
Maybe there was irreconcilable differences there.
it
He may
must
have
be the
just
guaranteed money because the
Well,
thing,
yeah.
thinking back on it, I know he was frustrated in the playoffs because he said he felt like Patrick Mahomes wasn't going to him. You remember the fight he got in on the sideline with Pringle during the
yeah.
playoffs?
Hmm.
But I mean, here's the thing though, and like with Tyreek Hill, it's like he was the number one option. So of course, like
Yep.
he was getting doubled, and Baltimore did that in week 2, and then everyone just kind of followed suit after that.
Yep.
So I I'm flabbergasted to be honest with you. Like I
Yeah.
kind of just woke up this morning and then you see Rappaport just go, Tyreek Hill?
Oh, hey, by the way, just to
Yeah. No
wake
joke.
everyone
And
else up that's not awake right now. Yeah.
And that's pretty much what happened. I mean,
but
and
this
this was done. We heard rumors at like what 10,
Yeah.
yeah,
ten
some
thirty,
around that
and
time
and then news dropped about noon,
Yeah.
that the
about
trade
eleven
was
thirty
So it,
noon,
it took about an
that the
hour and a
trade
half to
has
kick him out of
yeah,
the
yeah,
door.
and
because
multiple teams had trade offers on the table. So this was had to been going on
yeah.
since that Sunday.
Oh yeah, this
Which
Yeah.
this has been in the works
okay, so you want to talk
I mean,
about
hats off
on the
to the
trade
DL.
NFL
details?
for keeping it a secret,
Yeah,
because I mean,
Well,
wow.
the NFL, I mean the Chiefs, the
Yeah.
Chiefs for keeping this on the DL. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, they made the NFL their
And
mistress.
and I'm telling you right now, I've seen a couple reactions from Chiefs fans on my social media.
Oh yeah, what's that
They're not
like?
happy. They're
I
not
wouldn't be
happy
either.
at
But
all.
can we talk
But oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
5 draft picks for Tyreek Hill? Yeah, Tyreek Hill is
Yeah.
that caliber of player,
Yep.
but
That's
Chiefs
quite a
got some.
haul.
The Chiefs have some ammo this year. Like,
Yeah,
Definitely.
which I want to kind of talk about the draft picks here. So they get pick 29, they get pick 50, a fourth round pick that no one really knows exactly which one yet, and then 2023 fourth and sixth round pick. So 5 picks in total, but specifically, if you include the 29th and the 50th pick, the Chiefs have 5 picks in the top 100, and
Dang.
then literally 8 picks within the first 4 rounds.
That's
Bonkers.
pretty solid.
yeah, and
That's pretty
Immediate.
solid.
I think they
And
used every
for
single pick.
yeah.
oh
I
yeah,
mean, in a
definitely.
draft of a lot of depth at key positions, I mean, I'll take
Yeah.
that.
And on top of that, like they restructured Frank Clark's contract a while ago. They
Yeah.
signed Justin Reed. They didn't re-sign Tyrann Matthew. Travarius Ward leaves to Seattle. One he left somewhere. I don't remember which team exactly.
Mhm.
Josh, do you know the dead cap hit that Tyreek's gonna have for this year?
I will double check because I am not 100% sure, but I can look that up right now.
While he's pulling that up, Brian, I mean, the AFC West is still scary. It still has Patrick Mahomes. It still has
Yeah.
Travis Kelce.
Yeah,
but
you can't discount Patrick Mahomes.
See,
I definitely
okay.
think the regression is going to be there.
Yeah, and I see. This was my worst nightmare because I'm a Waddle owner.
Waddle.
I do not like this.
And then he waddled away.
Yeah,
He
really.
definitely waddled.
So I'm not happy. I'm not happy with this trade. I don't know what it's going to do to Waddle. I think he's not going to be producing wide receiver one. I think Tyreek Hill is going to take over the first string, and he'll get the targets.
Well, you also have to think about it when it comes to Mike, who the head coach is, Mike McDaniel. So for that scheme, I mean, he was with the Kyle Shanahan system, so they were like, "Hey, we will scheme you open. You take the ball from there." And Tyreek Hill's the best at doing that.
Yeah.
Like the best example is the playoff touchdown where he just caught caught a dig and just outran everyone against Buffalo.
Yeah.
So I'm still current dead contract. So apparently his dead cap hit is 2.65 million.
Wow. That's all they're getting
That's not
away
bad
with?
at all.
That's what I'm reading. I'm gonna double check that because that doesn't sound right.
That's a steal for the Chiefs.
I mean, they must have restructured him then.
Yeah, and I'm
to rework his contract.
Well, that's
what
with the extension.
Have a lower cap hit for this year.
Must
be.
Yeah.
If all the Chiefs get hit with is a $2.5 million cap hit,
that's nothing.
Yeah, that's why.
And they don't have to pay his salary for this year.
Yeah, and if we're looking at guaranteed at signing, he gets 52.535 million guaranteed at signing, so gets paid that much. March 2023, so next year, 19.6 million guaranteed. And what's crazy about that is that out of the $120 million deal, all his guaranteed money is done after 2023. So what happens afterwards? I have no idea.
Interesting.
So Kansas City gets away, and Miami gives him all of his money up front.
Yes, which is so he's getting a whole lot in this year, and I'm surprised it's not flipped. You would think it'd be 19 million this year and 52 next year, but
I mean, his accountant is happy because
Yeah, well, his agent is Rosenhaus, so
yeah,
they're definitely happy. But overall, like I think fantasy aspect, Travis Kelce has all the targets at the moment, but guarantee one of these rookie wide receivers will be going to Kansas City, and they have
also draft implications really quickly.
They have 29 and 30. That's the big thing.
So one, they're looking for a wide receiver, a later round guy, probably Olave, maybe Garrett if he falls that far. I don't know. I don't know how the draft is going to shape out.
They have the ammo to trade up.
Yeah, but they can, like you said, they can trade up if they want. So if you are in a dynasty and you have top picks in this year's dynasty draft,
it might be Olave, honestly.
Get on all of the different pages for the NFL, ESPN, do your due diligence on these wide receivers and take a shot on whoever goes to the Chiefs.
I 100% agree with you.
Definitely.
Whoever goes to the Chiefs or the Packers for that matter.
Yeah, Chiefs, Packers, and maybe Falcons.
Yeah, maybe Falcons just for target and volume. Spot Rack has them as 9.182 million in dead cap
for this year.
As of right now for this year.
Okay,
so
that's still not
awful.
That's not awful, but
that's not bad at all.
Was he compared did he just not have
Falcons?
I thought he had an expensive contract already. Then he must have just not had it. Yeah, so now Kansas City has 26 mil in cap space.
Shoot.
And so Orlando Brown Jr. has already been franchise tag. Expect that deal to be extended.
Yeah. I guess look for a free agent wide receiver signing too. Maybe Landry. I know he was supposed to visit with Kansas City.
Actually,
Yeah.
that would be a good pickup for them.
Yeah, that would be a fantastic pickup, honestly.
That'd be a very good
Um,
pickup.
I'm also looking at the
Or
Mahomes.
Traquan Smith. He could be an option too from
Could
New
oh,
Orleans.
the one from
Yeah,
New
from New
Orleans. Yeah,
Orleans.
he could be.
I thought they
Um,
were resigning him.
No, he's a free agent.
He's a free agent. Okay.
Yep,
yeah.
he's all the way out.
Looking up
Interesting.
Patrick Mahomes' salary right now. So his cap hit is 35 mil starting this year. Even though his base salary is 1.5 million, but he has a 27 million roster bonus. 4 million of that's been restructured, but cap hit is still overall at 35. And then next year, 46, 44, 46, 41, 59 in 2027. So basically,
Dang,
wow.
this is the first year of the giant deal.
Yeah.
So what the Chiefs did, I think, which is really smart of them, they built up the O-line, signed them to all long-term extensions, basically, except Orlando Brown Jr., but that one is almost a guarantee that he'll stay with them. But Joe Thuney, Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, they're all under contract. But now you got to get your skill players under that same mold as well.
Mhm.
So if we're looking
So,
at
do you see the Chiefs as fourth in the AFC West now with this deal?
as of right now, yes, because either way, you're either going to have a massive talent deficit or an experience deficit. And even with Jarvis Landry, 2 playoff games experience. Even if you go after like a Drake London, a Garrett Wilson, they're still rookies.
Yeah. Still
So
inexperienced.
So I mean, top
Oh,
receivers,
man.
we're looking at Drake London, Garrett Wilson, Jamison Williams, Olave, Treylon Burks. Probably
Yeah.
all the ones that I would consider
Dude.
first round.
I don't know what to say. Like, who would have thought from last year being the AFC Championship game to being fourth in the AFC West?
But if I were
Yeah.
to tell you that Russell Wilson, Devontae Adams, and Tyreek Hill would all leave in the same year, that is a
Yeah, that's a little
fantasy
crazy.
bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, the amount of overturn, I guess, in the league this year when it comes to players moving everywhere. It's crazy. Like I've never seen it before.
Yeah,
So
but
this is definitely a historic offseason.
So let's also say this with Miami, because that's the team we haven't talked about yet. There's no more excuses for Tua.
No excuses.
No,
This is a make it or break it year.
this is make it or break it for him. So you got
And
Tyreek
I think
Hill,
that's why
Waddle.
they did it.
Yeah, so you got Tyreek Hill and Waddle. And then you have Gesicki as your tight end. You have Chase
You have
Edmonds,
Parker, too.
Mostert. Oh, yeah, and Devontae Parker. So you have a 3-headed monster there.
Yeah.
And then you have you also have Gesicki, Mozart, Chase Edmonds.
And
Now you just
Gaskin.
and then you just signed Taron Armstead to be your left tackle.
Oh my gosh.
They don't pick till
Dude,
102.
the Dolphins
The Dolphins legit
are
just
they're
nasty.
sneaky. I know they're a sneaky team this next year.
Miami just said, "Oh, we'll be the next team to join the sweepstakes."
They're AFC East, right?
AFC
That's
East.
Dolphins.
So
Yeah.
you're playing. So it's Bills or
Yeah.
Patriots.
Bills, yeah.
Bills pay. Yeah,
I mean,
Bills,
it's
Pats,
probably
and
Bills, Dolphins,
Jets.
Pats at this point.
Yeah, and Jets. Here's the thing: the Jets were in this too. So the Jets are
Yeah.
being uber aggressive as well, which I like to see.
They just didn't offer enough.
Yeah, which hold on, I gotta find it, but
It is out there. They only offered 3 picks.
I didn't realize Miami signed Connor Williams as well and Cedric Wilson. So they have a quattro there.
They have a lot of depth.
They've signed fullback Alec Ingold and
which is
Trent
good because
Sherfield.
Devontae Parker is always injured, but
Yeah.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that you will have clarity about Tua after this year. Like no matter what.
This is like Ethan said, a make it or break it year for him. Like if they don't, or if he doesn't perform, I don't know what they're gonna do with him. They're gonna replace him. I know that.
take him out back.
Which is why
they're gonna take him out behind the woodshed.
which is crazy about the Teddy deal too. I think they knew this deal was coming, so they signed Teddy with the incentives, and they're like, look, maybe the incentives are the fact of there is a good chance Tua can get hurt again, and this team is too good to let it all die on one quarterback. So with that in mind,
definitely.
we're going to sign you with the fact of there is a solid chance you can start if he's hurt, but
Mhm.
you'll be the backup.
Watch Teddy lead the Dolphins to a Super Bowl and win it.
If Teddy
Pull
does that,
pull a
that
Case Keenum with the Vikings.
yeah,
Take them all
except
the way
actually
to the
do
NFC
it.
Championship. Yeah,
Teddy Bridgewater
yeah.
will be the greatest quarterback to ever play for
He
the
will be
Dolphins.
he will
God.
be goaded. Yeah, over Marino.
Teddy
Come
Bridgewater.
on, Marino.
Dan Marino
Yeah, I'm
who?
kidding.
Dan Marino who?
Okay, so let me go and
Undefeated and lose the Super Bowl? Nah.
so here's
Teddy Bridgewater.
what's wild.
Terrible.
Here's what the Jets would have offered. Chiefs would have had 35, 38, and 69. Jets
So 2 second-round picks and
two
pick
se-
69, which
seconds and
has
a
meme
third.
value, but I don't think the
Yeah.
NFL appreciates meme
No.
value.
And then the Jets would have gotten Tyreek Hill and pick 103. And I think if the Jets all right. Jets, I'm going to get upset at you for a quick second. You have pick
You
4
suck.
and pick 10. You could have given up
Yeah.
10, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if their plan is to take a wide receiver at 10 anyways,
Why not?
then why don't you just just
why
take
not
that for Tyreek Hill?
just take the best receiver in the league at 10?
Offer 10 and then one of your second round picks and then their third or fourth round, and that probably gets them Tyreek Hill.
Exactly.
And maybe a later pick in another draft.
If the Jets, we're going to be watching the draft live and reacting to it.
The Jets
Right.
have to take a
the
receiver at
Jets-
10.
And if the Jets take a receiver at 10, there's going to be a nonstop Jets roast
Yeah.
for I don't know, maybe the whole draft after that point.
Yeah.
Unless the Chiefs were asking for 4 and 10, but they literally in the 5 picks, it was one
He's
first
not
rounder.
worth that.
Hey,
It
and I
was
can
one
understand
first
that.
rounder
If they're
in
asking
the
for
actual
4 and
trade.
10, no. The answer to that is no. Thank
Yeah.
you for asking. No. But yeah, I doubt that was the case. I think they just lowballed it a little bit.
I think they lowballed it, and then
And,
Miami was like, "Oh, that's what they
Yeah.
offered. We'll give you 29. We don't care."
Yeah.
Because the thing is, they
Yeah.
were. I think in Miami's case, they know they're close already.
Yeah.
And they had the whole Brian Flores fiasco, which we have to give him credit here. He built the team up from the depths of the Adam Gase part of
Literally,
hell,
yeah.
and this is insane. So now what does Mahomes
And the
do?
draft is still a month away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the draft is still a month away.
Yeah.
It's what,
Yeah.
April 28th?
A lot can happen.
Yep. Literally, it's paradigm shift within the AFC again. There's
Now
been
we
like
have
8
to
of
go
them.
back to we have to go back to our boards again and adjust what we think the draft is going to be.
All right, so think
For
See,
like
that's
the
why-
15th time.
Yeah.
again.
That's why you don't make those draft boards
Yeah, so
until
But this doesn't happen.
later.
Like this doesn't happen. You
Yeah.
know what I
This
mean?
season it does. Shoot.
Okay.
This off
Well,
season has
so
been
let's-
crazy.
I mean, we gotta just think of it in this like scenario.
Yeah.
So Green Bay has 2 first-round picks. Chiefs have 2 first-round picks back to back.
Hmm.
There's 5 receivers. One of them
Or
is
don't the Chiefs have 23? They have 23, 28?
no, they have 29 and 30. The Packers have 22 and 20.
That's what I'm thinking of the Packers. I'm confusing Packers and Chiefs. I apologize.
So you have basically 5 first-round receivers: Drake London, Garrett Wilson, Jamison Williams, Olave, Traylon Burks. George Pickens can enter this conversation.
Yeah, you
Yep.
could reach for him.
Yeah, I think you
Sky
can.
Moore, I think you can reach
Sky
for at the end
Moore.
of the first.
I think Christian Watson can get a look at because his measurables are literally insane.
Johan is good too.
Oh,
Or Johan.
Jahan Dotson.
Jahan, there we go.
Don't mess with the Johan.
Don't mess with the Johan.
Don't mess with the Johan. That's
Johan.
whoever he goes to. I root for him. But
I'm
literally,
gonna call him
so
Johan. I don't care what his real
here's
name
what's
is.
wild. I think there can be a play late in the first round now because there might be a run on receivers from
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
teams. and whoever needs
Yeah.
a receiver is going, oh crap, we need to go back up. So who does
Because who
Atlanta
wants it?
take now?
Jets want one. Philly wants one. Packers want one. Chiefs
Yeah.
want one.
I mean, Atlanta for sure. I'm going to look through
Yeah.
the list
Atlanta
here.
might be a maybe on that one. We don't know for sure what their plan is.
Yes. Yeah. They
I
need
would
a
even
wide
say New
receiver.
Orleans should be looking at a receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
with
who knows
Michael
what's going to
Thomas
happen with
being
Mike
on
Thomas? Yeah.
I will tell
that
you,
end of
Buffalo
healthy.
100% should be looking at a receiver.
Yeah, they could be doing that.
Tennessee, because Robert Woods is coming off the ACL. Even Tampa Bay for that matter, because you're not going to have Chris Godwin, even with
Yeah,
Russell
for the
Gage,
first handful of games. Yeah.
unless they trust. But like Kansas City, ooh, it makes pick 32 interesting, I would say.
And I think we're still going to see a lot of O linemen come off in the first round,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Wide receivers might get very interesting with the Packers and Kansas City
Well,
Chiefs having.
so there'll be 3 tackles top 10: Charles Cross, Ickey, Evan Neal. And then you also have, after that, Bernard Raymond, Trevor Penning, probably your other 2 first rounds.
Right.
But they'll probably be later. Now, if we're looking at interior O-line, it's
Green.
really, Green, Zion Johnson, Linderbaum. So
Right.
we're looking at 8. Now, if you want to talk about D-line.
Yeah. Oh my. Who knows how many D linemen are going to come off
everyone.
the
So
board.
let's just talk about interior D linemen. So Devontae Wyatt, Jordan Davis, obviously.
Yep.
And then if we're going to be looking at edge, you got Hutchinson, Kayvon, Karloftis, Walker, Ojabo, Jermaine Johnson.
Well, Ojabo is probably going to slip.
Yeah.
Ojabo's probably second round with the torn Achilles, but that's still like 5.
Not for this podcast, but quick
Yeah.
spoiler.
So literally, if we're going to think of it this way, the run on receivers pushes one person down.
Yeah.
Because there has to be a run on receivers, because Green Bay needs 2, Kansas City needs
One or two,
and then Atlanta needs 1. I'm just trying to go down the list.
So do you
Houston needs
think
1?
at 8 with Atlanta, they go BPA and go Drake London?
I think it's a possibility now. That's why this is so crazy to me, because I would have made the pick either Malik Willis or like Kayvon Thibodeau if he was there. But now you need to add Drake London, because it's like, look, when Atlanta picks again, which I will look up when Atlanta does pick.
They have 40, I think.
43.
43.
You may not get a top receiver at 43.
Yeah.
You may
unless
have to pick
Pickens
him
falls.
now. Yeah, unless
Yeah.
Pickens falls or Justin Ross. But Justin Ross, you might be able to get at 58. Maybe.
Yeah, and I like Justin Ross too.
I love Justin Ross. He's my mid-round sleeper, honestly. But overall, like, you might have to.
Yeah,
I have no idea what Atlanta's going to do. I don't know if they're going to swing for a QB this year, next year.
Houston
go
at
BPA
13.
Drake.
Houston at 13 could be Garrett Wilson. So let's think of it that way. So 8 could be Drake London.
Yeah.
10 could be Garrett Wilson. 13 could be Garrett Wilson.
10 could be Traylon.
And then you got Philly at 15, 16, and 19.
I don't know if Philly goes wide receiver though. They might be.
They might not need
be
to.
okay.
They're
with
looking at it,
Rager
but
and
I think it's if Drake London falls, honestly, because I think they have bigger issues at edge and linebacker. Like, to me, that's a Devin Lloyd.
Yeah, they're going Devin Lloyd.
I kind of want them to go. I want to cause chaos here. N'Kobe Dean and Devin Lloyd back to back.
I love N'Kobe Dean so much. I want him to fall to the second, and if he's there in the second, I expect Atlanta to trade up and get him. But if not, there's no way that happens.
Yeah,
there's no way that happens.
Yeah,
let's look at another team that needs receiver. I mean, it says the Chargers, but maybe that's Chargers took.
With them,
they signed Mike Williams. They don't need.
Yeah, when they got Mike Williams, I don't think that.
Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Josh Palmer, and Jalen Guyton. You don't need a wide receiver.
They're fine right now. Yeah.
Saints at 18. So we're looking at 4 spots already.
But they're thinking they're going QB. Saints at 18.
See, that's what you think, but they signed James Williams.
But they just signed, a 2-year deal.
So we'll see. Because a lot of these quarterbacks you could take lower. And then, I mean,
Yeah.
New England
I
at
mean, I
21.
think if Atlanta doesn't take a QB at 8, you see a free fall.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
I don't know that the Commanders are sold on it for at least this class. I don't
Yeah.
know that they're sold on this class. And I don't know that Seattle is sold on this class at 9 and 11.
I don't
Yeah.
think. Yeah, I 100%.
They're gonna
The
wait.
Steelers aren't going to at 20.
I think
No,
the Steelers
not
are going to
with their
bank
pickup
on
of
one
Mitch.
falling to them because I mean Kenny Pickett at 6 seems the most sense.
Yeah, that
It's where
seems like a
Malik-
lock at this point.
If Malik Willis gets out of the top 10, however, that's when you'll see the bidding war start.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, and that could be an Eagles contender right there of like, all right, you can have him, but you better make me an offer.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
Because I feel like at 16, they can get whoever they want. So at 15, they can say,
Yeah.
make me a real good offer.
this makes the
If not, I'm
Ravens,
taking my guy.
this makes the Ravens at 14 interesting. I would say as a
I
trade
think they're
down
going to go
candidate.
McDuffie and it might not get
Well,
anything crazy.
I'll be honest with you. I think the Ravens are getting Jordan Davis. That's just a gut feeling I have. Jordan Davis at 14 or Devontae Wyatt.
Okay.
I mean, I had a gut feeling about Thib for the Falcons at 8, and then the NFL just blew up on itself.
Decided to give you the bird. But
yeah, they gave me the dirty bird, which is it's a nice change of pace.
Okay, so here's what I want to say though. We're talking about Kansas City and Green Bay being the controller of the wide receiver draft class.
Yeah.
But here who we just talked about. Atlanta at 8, Jets at 10, Houston at 13, Saints at 18.
Wait, okay. I have a thought. All right. So if it is Drake London at 8 for Atlanta, this would be the team for next year. All right. So for 2023, you would have Kyle Pitts, Calvin Ridley back. You would have Drake London, and then you would have a Cordell Patterson at running back. That's a good offense.
And then
and
most likely another running back in that room too. And then hopefully Cordell takes over year 2.
If they have a bad season this year, they could be in contention then for Bryce Young.
So would you legitimately say buy low on Falcons players this year?
Yeah. If you're in Dynasty,
I buy low.
Yeah.
Definitely pick up Pitts because that kid's a star.
Are you putting him on the trade block?
Heck no.
Ryan, you want to trade? You want another? You want to make another trade right now?
I ain't getting rid of Pitts. Are you kidding me?
You already gave me Brady. Just give me Pitts too.
Did you see the situation he was in last year? And he still produced.
Yeah, he put up 1,000-yard receiving season when he was
21.
He
lost his quarterback.
Travis Kelce didn't do that until he was 27. So numbers don't lie, but whatever.
See, that's why I want to hold on to him.
But I don't know, dude. I think buying low on Atlanta might be a good decision because if they have a bad year this year and they're Bryce Young contenders.
Because I would say even in redraft, I would say in keeper leagues, you hold on to Atlanta players for next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say Atlanta is probably not going to make it out of the bottom 5 this year.
Yeah.
If they keep their situation as it is.
Yeah, I think
they're not going to make it out of the
winning
bottom
6
5.
games for Atlanta is optimistic.
But you tank this season, you have a good chance of getting a very good quarterback next year.
Bryce Young,
That it could.
Who's the other guy from Ohio State?
CJ Stroud.
Thank you, CJ Stroud.
See, and this is the frustration I have with the Vikings because they're never terrible enough to get a good pick, but they're never good enough. They're never good enough to make it out of the first or second round of the playoffs.
They just bank on the Eagles drafting Jalen Reagor so they could get Justin Jefferson.
That's true. We got lucky with Jefferson. So,
but okay. But as far as
Eagles
fantasy,
fans.
all right. I want to bring this up with you. Fantasy impact. Where do you see Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle ranking end of year?
Oh man, I think if Tua stays healthy, I see Tyreek Hill still as top 5. So I could see him as wide receiver 5 in my mind. I think that's a little bit optimistic. I'd say anywhere from like.
I think that's very optimistic.
I think they're both.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think Waddle's maybe closer to top 10, but Tyreek Hill drops to like 8 or 9.
See, and I kind of see that. I see them both being a top 20.
I see,
maybe even
I would
top
say that
15.
top 20. Both of them top 20.
But I think they're both going to suffer.
I think as a sleeper, I think we need to bring up Gesicki now.
Yeah.
Well, what
Talking
I think suffers is receptions for Waddle. I think
yes,
Tyreek Hill is going to be
and
okay. It's
targets.
receptions and targets for Waddle that's going to really hurt.
And I think Devontae Parker essentially is don't even look at.
Yeah, no.
Yes and no. I see
Unless you
an
have a spot on the
uptick in
bench for him.
receptions for Waddle, and more yardage for Tyreek.
I mean, I guess it just
I
depends
think
how
they're
they
going to
scheme
double
it.
team. Yeah, I think they're going to double team Tyreek.
Yeah, I mean, you double Tyreek, but then you have Waddle.
Yeah.
But so you can't double Waddle. You can't double Tyreek hit
both of them. Yeah.
Well, if you try to double both of them, you're running out of defensive
Exactly.
players.
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I guess they can just play sticky. You can play sticky man on that.
You could.
Yeah.
I mean, you may just have to. You may just have to play sticks coverage the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But good luck, covering man.
Because here's the thing where this is where I'm interested.
Well, but that's where sticky man comes in is if you can slow him down enough and just kind of get in his way, because it's not like he's big.
Yeah.
You get in his man, you get real sticky with him, and give your D line enough time to break down the play. It's not going to matter.
I mean,
you might have the big question is, does Tua have the arm?
See, this is where I think they're going to throw more intermediate. Whereas, like, look, yes, we can go deep, but I still bet you that Waddle and Hill are going to be faster than you going across the field.
Yeah,
and I think you're going to see
probably
a lot of crossers. Like, what did Brian Daboll do so well with in Buffalo was crossers the entire time against man. You're probably going to, I mean, if you're getting doubled, like, the only way you can do that is, I mean, all right, hold on, I'm going to talk this out. If you double Tyreek Hill, then you're going to have your best guy on Waddle. But the problem with that is you're running out of safeties and corners to play to go up with Gesicki or Devontae Parker. But then you can't play too much like nickel or dime defense because you have Mike McDaniel, and who's probably still going to have a run-first approach. So they're probably going to rebuild the O-line, Terron Armstead, Connor Williams, and then you have Mozart, you have Chase Edmonds, and then who knows? They may even add one more running back to that room.
Mm-hmm.
So I see this as a.
I don't want to play Miami.
Yeah, Miami is.
I'm good.
Miami has become a team I don't want to play.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
I was gonna say Miami turned from like one of the worst teams to
punching
like,
bags to get out of the way.
Yeah,
they oh my gosh.
They literally just said, "I'm not messing around this year." So, but now let's talk about
which is funny.
Let's talk about the AFC this year. All right, AFC East. Miami, Buffalo, New England as contenders. AFC North, all of them.
Yeah.
AFC South, you're looking at Indianapolis and Tennessee. I almost said
Houston Super Bowl contenders, baby.
Yeah. So what's funny is that I was trying to say Tennessee, and immediately I went to Houston Oilers. And I'm like, that's not right.
Davis Mills for the win.
Yeah, Davis Mills, our Lord and Savior. But
oh my gosh.
So Indy, especially after the Matt Ryan trade, and Tennessee just still don't sleep because they'll just show up
coming back and healthy.
King Henry coming back.
Yeah.
And then AFC West. I'm sorry, I still can't count out Mahomes. They're not going to be the number one seed. But man, if they're going to be the worst wild card team you can play.
Yeah.
Literally everyone. So what? That's 4.
If the entire AFC West gets into the playoffs, 3. I don't know what are we going to do?
What are we going to do? Well, that means all the division. That means the rest of the divisions, just the winner gets in.
Right.
Well, then only 2.
Well, no, there's 3 wild card spots.
3. Oh, that's right. There's 3 wild.
So there's 3 wild card spots, and then
what do we do? Like,
that's
if
crazy.
The entire AFC West, we got to do something if that happens.
Here's always been my rule proposal, like for actual NFL. If you have if you say, for example, Miami goes 11-6, misses playoffs.
Jesus.
But the Washington Commanders with a 7-10 record win their division, I've always contended you make the wild card team better because there is a 2+ game advantage.
Yeah.
So they were clearly the better team.
See, if you're under
I would do that, but that's just me causing chaos.
You do not deserve to be in the playoffs. Like when what was it? The NFC,
but the Eagles, man.
What the NFC? What was it?
West? NFC West. So Seattle was one of the first teams, and then Carolina, and then Washington as of recent.
Yeah. Like the whole division, or not their whole division, their whole the whole division. The whole division. None of them had winning records. And it's like, oh my gosh, how do they even make it into the playoffs? But it's because of those stupid, it's because of those stupid rules that the winner of the division automatically goes into the playoffs. It's like, if you have a losing record, you don't deserve.
Did you really win?
Yeah, you don't deserve to be there. You're literally a bye week for whoever faces you in the playoffs. So, yeah, it's frustrating.
I'm just making sure Adam Schefter didn't add anything else.
Yeah. Their odds just went up to win the Super Bowl.
Odds
20-1.
21 makes sense.
And the Watson deal got an update too. They added another pick.
Oh yeah, well they had a pick.
They added another pick.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a 2024.
See if we can find any good responses to the trade on social media.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say from Brett Coleman, host of Bootleg Football and The Film Room, adding Mike McDaniel, Taron Armstead, Tyreek Hill, Chase Edmonds, and Raheem Mostert while also tagging Gesicki to keep him around too. I'll give the Dolphins credit. They are absolutely doing everything possible to help Tua succeed. Great to see them not leave him out to dry.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, this is the whole rift between Flores and ownership and Chris Greer, the GM. I think if Flores was still there, I think they would have been in the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes
and lost.
They probably would have asked to leave. Yeah, they probably would have. And so,
and Tua would have asked to leave, and they would not have gotten Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, they wouldn't have enough capital for Tyreek Hill, which, I mean, I guess you could say it just all works out in the end, but Tua better work, or else I feel like Chris Greer could get fired no matter what.
Yeah, everything's coming up Miami, I guess. Who would have guessed it?
Yeah, let me see what Dale Jeremiah has to say. Dale Jeremiah.
So who's your guys' pick from the AFC to go to the Super Bowl this year?
I have no idea. Bias of me says Ravens, but I'm not even sure about that.
Are you kidding me?
I'll kill that dream for you right now, Josh. No,
I think they can.
You know what? I'll pick. Ready? Put all their names on a wall, and I'll throw a dart. Whatever one hits,
we'll do a blank too, Josh. we'll do that. We'll film that, man. We'll get together, just get a bunch of team names, put them against a wall, let Ryan throw. It'll just be a blank, and we'll just flip it over. We'll let him see which team he picked to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's gonna be like the
honestly,
Lions or
like
something.
the AFC
NFC team.
Oh, it's like the NFC.
I will tell you,
the Lions.
If you
go all
had
to
to
the
make,
Super Bowl.
if you had to make me choose a team other than the Ravens, I'm going to say, I don't know. I would actually
like the Chargers.
I was going to say Chargers could be interesting. I was going to say Buffalo.
I like Broncos.
The Chargers and Buffalo are, I think they're two.
I like Broncos and Indy. Those are like my top two. Denver Broncos and Indianapolis Colts.
That's just because of Matt Ryan, isn't it?
Well,
Colts, all right.
The Colts have a great team. And let me start off with this. That's another team that really needs a receiver.
Yep.
And they only have a second-round pick.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
they're gonna have to wait. Either that or they trade up.
Or Justin Ross. Maybe Justin Ross goes way earlier than everyone thinks.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm them, I'm taking wide receiver in the second. It doesn't matter who's there, whether it's Pickens or Justin Ross, or if Jameson Williams is still there.
Here's what I want to know what's crazy, and I totally didn't realize this. Miami has both their first round picks in 2023.
So they can still make moves if they want.
Yeah.
Interesting. The draft next year, I can just imagine it's going to be crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
this is already crazy enough, but like next year, the
what
race for the offensive players in 2023.
for fantasy owners, I'm going to say this right now, and especially if you're in a dynasty league, do not think this trade is a vote of confidence to meet Cole Hardman.
Yeah, definitely not.
Because this is anything but, in my opinion.
Or Pringle.
Well, Pringle's gone.
Pringle's gone. That's right.
And DeMarcus Robinson.
Oh my gosh.
He's with the Bears too, right?
They have a depleted.
DeMarcus Robinson's on the
that's right.
the Raiders.
That's right. Raiders.
Yeah, they have a depleted wide receiving core. So.
Then you have Juju and Josh Gordon.
Right.
So this is not a vote of confidence for Mecole, and I would still stay away from Mecole, to be honest with you.
Now listen, Flash Gordon, savior of the universe, is going to bring the Kansas City Chiefs all the way through the.
Yeah, I'm just double checking that we haven't lost anything, but oh boy,
I think that's it. I think we got through it.
I think that's it. Yeah,
for the like half episode that it took, but I mean, this is crazy. Like it's completely restructured the draft, restructured the team, restructured the AFC.
You thought the ride was over. Buckle up more.
Rebuckle that seatbelt. I know your wife just got back from Target. Send her back out. Send her back to go look at freaking throw pillows because the NFL is going crazy again.
Yeah, it is. Oh my gosh.
All right. So let's just say that do we want to announce how we're doing our big board or no? You want rather just wait? All right. But let's
do it during our regular episode.
This
is kind of a snippet.
We can announce though that we will be doing almost certainly a draft live stream together.
Yes. Yeah, we're all going to be together and live stream the draft. Obviously not showing it, but our reactions and our
bring
commentary.
Your popcorn.
Yeah, it's going to be a long one.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be at Ryan's invading his house and eating his food.
Yep.
Yeah.
Invading my privacy.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Well, defiling his living room.
That's what I chose whenever I decided to do this podcast. Invasion of my privacy.
And we appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you for ruining your privacy. Yeah. I will tell you something interesting here. If I am looking through Spot Rack again. So basically, the previous deal for Tyreek Hill was 3 years, $54 million. 22 of that was guaranteed at signing, and then only $13 million after that was guaranteed. So what's crazy is that the deal was kind of set up for Mecole to take over, and Mecole has simply not taken over. So not a vote of confidence on him, I think, but it did make this trade very tradable, surprisingly. So now the Chiefs got 5 draft picks out of it, which is incredible.
Yeah,
and without Chiefs losing any dead cap space or anything.
Really quickly, Chiefs fans, we love you guys, and
hope you're doing okay.
Yeah, you still have Patrick Mahomes. You still have Travis Kelce.
Yeah, and you have a lot of hope.
There's good wide receivers in this draft. So just go out, go have a drink, just relax.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah. Get somebody to like scratch your back or I don't know, play with your hair, whatever you're into. Just go find somebody. You'll be okay.
Find somebody to soothe you.
There's cuddle therapists now. Look it up. It's a thing.
Yeah. If y'all are in mourning, take care of it.
Or they have dogs.
Look,
get an emotional support animal. Put them in a Chiefs jersey. You'll be okay.
Oh my gosh. Put them in a Tyreek Hill jersey.
Oh yeah, and then cry and drink wine. You'll be okay.
Oh no! Yeah, you have to duct tape his name and write in London.
Yeah, it's all right, Chiefs fans.
Oh, here's the thing.
Oh my god.
First 2 words. First two
Two
words.
words. Here, all right. Let's say this for Kansas City Chiefs fans.
Oh, man.
This ain't it.
That's not the end
This
of the
is
world.
not the this is not the end if this offseason has said anything.
No.
Yeah.
So buckle up some more. We got some more
Put
reporting
a
to do.
second seatbelt on. I don't know how you're gonna make it work logistically. But
You might as well jump into the kiddie seat.
yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
definitely. Well,
That's it.
thank you guys for
Now,
logging in.
now
and
this is the
hearing
end.
this,
This is the
yeah.
end.
And
There's
This is
no
the end now.
more. I know we lied to you earlier when Josh said this is the end and to follow us on all of our social media. This is the end.
This is the end.
There's no more prequel, sequel, whatever. There's nothing before or after. This is the end of the podcast, this episode.
Yeah.
oh dang.
Anything else, guys? This is also
Okay,
the
Josh,
end
go
for the
ahead.
Chiefs. This is also
No,
the end for the Chiefs. But now go ahead, Josh.
Well,
you got to
we've
keep Ethan from talking.
we've kind of already, based on how we're gonna edit this thing, you're gonna know all our socials, where to find us. So we may see you next week. We may see you 30 minutes from now. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't care.
I really hope
We'll
you don't
see what
us 30
happens.
minutes from now.
The
I don't
NFL's
think my
on
heart
fire.
can take anymore.
My heart can't take anymore.
No, watch, dude. 2 hours from now, Roger Goodell gets fired. We're gonna be back sitting down here talking about it.
I hope so.
At this point, Aaron Rodgers is gonna RKO like Gutekunst, like from the top rafter or something like
Aaron
that.
Rodgers backs out of contract to make him highest paid player in the NFL.
Aaron Rodgers
signs with the Raiders.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Derek Carr is getting traded to Seattle. It's like, what is happening? Why? Just stop. We've had enough.
Like, I feel like I've hit on like my fourth milkshake.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to drink another 5.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
I'm just ready for this football season.
I know. Can
I'm
we
ready.
play?
Look,
Can we just like
lace it up?
All of these changes? This is why I got into fantasy football. I love this crap.
Ryan,
Like this just
September
flips everything upside down. And it's just
September.
Yeah. But it flips everything upside down and just makes it that much more interesting. So I don't know about you guys, but I am so looking forward to this upcoming season.
I'm excited.
Continue to follow us on Last Place Fantasy Football Podcast. It's getting weirder. That's all I gotta say. But in the meantime, we'll see you sometime.
Hopefully not soon. Hopefully not soon.
Ethan wants to sleep.
I want to see you guys next week. We will see you next week, and we love you.
My God. Let's just end the podcast already.
Let's do it.
Please get me out of here. I'm sick of it.
We have fun. No, but follow us on Twitter.
We're not done.
Facebook and Instagram for all of our updates. We'll probably post those on here as soon as we get it.
Oh my goodness.
So, but yeah, like and follow us on our social media, and you can find us on YouTube. Where else, Josh?
YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Don't forget to look at our Twitter and our Instagram. Yeah.
Look at it.